Yes, I have been talking with my microphone muted because I was tricking you. That's what I'm gonna say. So, we are back with ESL Southeast Europe Championship Season 6. First best of three final between Team Horizon Reapers and Black Panthers. Let's see how this one is gonna go. I'm so excited to be casting with you, Ghost R. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Good. My voice is, it's doing it's all right now. It's warmed up a bit after the previous matches and the team fights, and these comps that are coming into this aggressive early game, and then somehow turns into a late game, team fight oriented team, and I don't know. I'm really excited to see these two teams clash. Honestly, I just can't wait to see what picks are going to come out for this matchup because we've seen some wild picks, but who knows how the counter picks are going to come into this one.
I'm just excited overall about the new patch, to be fair. It just gives you so many more like action-packed team fights and just so much more action in the whole map, to be honest. And I'm just really loving the way that Black Panthers have been playing so aggressive and making it work, even in team fights. Like, somebody do something about Black Panthers like bot lane. These guys have been playing stellar. They've been doing zero mistakes. They've been pressuring where they have to pressure. They've been engaging where they have to engage, and they've been playing so careful and so beautifully. On the other hand, Team Horizon Reapers are a very known team for their playstyle as well. So I'm thinking that we're going to have an explosive best of three.
Oh, I see. Now the question comes in: are they going to, which team's going to go for the early game comp, or who they're trying to get in the jungle? We've seen a few weird things come out here. We've seen, an aggressive Kha'Zix. We've seen the Kane. But now going into this matchup, I have to admit, I don't think they're going to go for the early game, compositions on either of these teams. They're going to have to try and move towards a more team orientated game,
Well,
especially with the
let's
new
see,
runes.
because kind of both teams are known to play that aggressive but yet coordinated game. So we don't know what we're about to see. But on the other hand, if you guys are wondering, well, we actually really like this format. How can we take part? Wait, what's the prize pool again? Well, their prize pool is 5,000 euros. And if you would like to join and maybe get your hands on these 5,000 euros, all you have to do is type exclamation mark commands on our bot or exclamation mark qualifiers if you want specifically to see brackets about qualifiers and stuff and how to join and all the
Or
dates and everything. And we're about to go into picks and bans. Let's see what this game is holding for us because I'm so excited about this.
And then you see the Rengar. Bye bye, Rengar. No more surprises from you going into this. Also, there's a giveaway going on. So, exclamation mark giveaway. And ooh, you could be winning yourself some nice ESL chair. And now you see the Callista. I'm expecting a lot of AD carry bans against, both these teams. Because just how much we've seen, how much the bot lane affects everything. There goes the Veigar. As expected. Finally going.
Well, we didn't see. We saw impact, but we saw a lot of mistakes of that from that Vega as well. But they do still respect the fact that they played him twice in the mid lane from Black Panther. So they're like, no, thank you very much. We won't have any of that. We don't want to gamble against you, whether your Vega is gonna go boom or we're gonna go boom. So we're just gonna get out of the way with the Rengar. Zin yet again banned. Yet again. What do you know?
Um, I kind of expected, to stick to the bans of let's get rid of Zin, and here comes the Israel ban. That's something to talk about there. So we're not going to be seeing, the Israel AD carry or even jungle this game. But yeah, the Zin ban's one of those. He's quite a strong champ at the moment, especially with the new runes and how he can start to really take effect of his mid game a lot more because you try and pressure him in the early game, but now looking there goes for Khan. Hmm.
Seriously, like he says also.
Hmm. There's
Okay, and
the
we have the
Azir.
Azir locked in. Ooh, okay,
Hmm.
okay. Very known
The
to play
mechanical
Azir in the
skills.
previous patch as well for THR, and we're gonna have the Kassadin against him, which is a very powerful pick after 6. Any melee champion suffers to Azir pre-6, and a lot of ranged champions suffer to Azir
Just in
pre-6 and
general, a lot of
after
people
6.
suffer
Yeah,
to
just
see.
in general, exactly. So let's
I
see
see
how
it
the
now.
Cassidy is gonna do before six. After six, he does have a lot of key potential on the Azir on the other hand. And Lilanaga is just like playing with us a little bit. He's like, am I gonna pick Kindred? Am I gonna pick Kha'Zix? No, I'm going to pick Caitlyn
The lane bully.
for
The
my
long range
ADC.
lane bully.
Exactly. What I'm thinking Black Panthers are going to do right here, they're going to go for the split push game. So I'm expecting another very, very aggressive pick for their top laner to split push and go 1-3-1 with the Kassadin and whatever they pick in the top lane. On the other hand, let's see if THR are going to opt to go for the same sort of game where they're going to split their sides or seeds, or they're simply going to go with raw power, Alistar, Azir, and Varus and dive you and team fight you over and over again.
That's quite a strong comp, I have to say. That the Alistar now, we haven't really seen too much of a tank come out yet in all of these games, but now you have the Alistar who's well just generally tanky. But here comes the respect of
Oh
picking
oh.
Gnar in the top lane.
Oh oh.
So, mm, this is going to be one of those games where there's a lot that can go wrong and there's a lot that can go right. So Cassidon's going to have to try look to roam a lot more than he usually would, especially in the bot lane, because Gnar on top lane, he should be well off for at
We
least the
saw what he
first four
did.
levels.
We saw what
Oh,
he did on the
definitely.
first game we casted against the Pantheon with Ignite. Like, he literally just destroyed him 1v1 in lane. So, let's see what supports they're gonna go with, because from what I see right now, THR knows that they need a very beefy front line to go 1-3-1, and they taken the Brom away straight up. No Brom, no protection, and the Lee Sin. So they're expecting Black Panthers to go for the Lee Sin, but let's see what Lanaga has under his belt this time, because he's pulled out Kane and Kha'Zix, and maybe he's gonna go
Hmm.
Kha'Zix again this game.
Maybe he's a bit more comfortable in the Kha'Zix pick. There we go, locks in. Um, you see, this is they're getting back into the role of this is going to be one early game fiesta again with the roaming Cassidon, then you got the Kha'Zix coming to the mix, you got
Oh,
now on
the
the top lane,
Jax.
Jax.
Let's see how this is gonna do against the Nara. I am so excited to be casting games on the new pads, because you have no idea what what the teams have been practicing and have been picking behind our backs, what they've been practicing for this tournament and the next qualifiers to come, and even the finals and everything. I'm so excited to see it as a whole where this patch is going. Hecarim! Hell yeah! Right now I'm excited.
Well, I did not expect that.
I did not expect that
Just
either.
saying. Timo, yeah, no, I
Don't
don't think.
tease
Is
us
that.
with Timo.
No, please
Don't
stop.
do
There we go.
that.
There's the Lulu. Um, Hecarim, that's going to be quite an interesting. I wonder if that's to, try and counter and, punish the non Kha'Zix or try and, play this aggressive style with a teammate. But I haven't actually seen him in a while. Maybe he could be coming back into meta. Who knows with the new runes?
He's gonna opt to play with Ghost as well, so he doesn't want the flash, he just wants the extra
Super
speed.
fast Hecarim.
I'm just seeing loads and loads of teamfight from the side of THR, and they are no strangers to teamfight. They're a very well coordinated and coherent team, and they can pull teamfights and CC around. They're a very, very, very structured team. On the other hand, Black Panthers have shown us that their aggression works, and it works against any comp that we've seen them play against. And even when the enemy team is going ahead in the mid lane and the Vega went behind, they could still somehow, pull it off. That bot lane is doing wonders, is doing magic. He pulled them off 2 games in a row so far. Let's see if they're going to do it again, or if they're going to struggle against THR.
Well, like that whole they have got now they've got the whole siege comp to try and take bottom, and they've also got this extremely early game. Once Cassidy hits level 6, Kha'Zix hits level 6, and now you kind of not going to be grouping up too much. You're going to be sticking in pairs of 2 and trying to take early game kills, especially against this. But a Jax top lane, that's not somebody you want to dive. So it's going to be interesting to see how they approach this early game. If they're even actually going to go for early invade, we haven't seen too much success um, recently with those invades. We've seen, a few damage coming out.
We have
Not too
seen it when
much to
Lanaga
really.
does it. We saw it like last 2 times. With the Kha'Zix, he was super dangerous against the Rek'Sai. Let's see how he does now against the Hecarim, because speaking from a personal point of view, I do not know where Hecarim stands right now, and I'm so excited to see what he can actually do against such an insane assassin, such a powerful assassin that Kha'Zix is right now. We saw Lanaga play it 2 games before on the first day, on the first game that we casted, and he was mesmerizing on that champion. So let's see if he can do it again,
He was a
or
monster. Rek'Sai couldn't do anything against that. That was just he
even
was
though Rek'Sai was the
invading.
monster.
It's hilarious right there, but they're both monsters. Put it that way. Kazakhs. I'm really interested to see the whole how they're going to start this. Are they going to try? There's been a lot in this recent meta of vertical jungling. Kazakhs invades, takes red, and then the blue team takes top red, and then they switch these jungles around. But now with this comp coming in, it's going to be. I've never seen Heck. The last time I saw Hecarim was in 2014, I think it was, way back then, when he was, run into lane, turn into a helicopter, kill somebody, and run off. Like, I don't know how
You
much
mean
he's going to be.
before any nerfs and before any adjustments to his kit, right?
Pretty much when he was, that helicopter, the rufflecopter that would just run into lanes, dive into lanes.
Well, yeah,
Especially,
while we still are waiting though, there is a giveaway that is running right now and you don't want to miss the prizes that are behind this giveaway. So make sure you go into our Twitch chat and type exclamation mark commands if you want to see all our commands, or specifically for the giveaway you can do exclamation mark giveaway, and we're giving away a beautiful ESL chair. So make sure you check that out on the chat, and there's much more into the giveaway. So go and have a look and complete the steps to take a part in it while we're slowly but surely trying to get into the game. You're gonna have to excuse my computer. It's not the best, but you know what? He's giving his best. He's trying, and that's what I
gets the
need from
job
him
done.
right now. Exactly.
And you never know. The chair from the giveaway, chairs make quite a lot of difference. People don't notice. Just saying. Who knows what you might be in terms of rank with the new chair. As we're getting into the loading
Could it
screen.
affect your rank? You never know.
You never know until you get one. Previously, I was bronze. I got a chair. Now I am at least diamond 5. Stuck there for life, but who knows. So let's get into the
Well,
loading
you heard it from
screens.
Ghost R first, so maybe it is worth it to take part in this
Don't quote me on that
giveaway.
one. Don't quote me on that one. But yeah, I know it's going to be an interesting game. Varus, we've seen a lot of the big potential with his ultimate. Once he hits level 6, he actually starts roaming quite a bit with the support and is able to. He was very painful last game. So let's see how this time Varus makes an effect. So he's come back into the meta. I've seen him a lot of times recently. Hecarim, obviously not really in the meta. Who knows what we might see. I have to say one thing. With the new runes, there is a lot of speed buffs. There's a lot of,
Yes,
gain
exactly.
movement speed out of combat, or, when allied champions near, all sorts of stuff like that. Now, that can actually affect him quite a bit, especially it could propel him right back into the meta, because I haven't seen it yet. Who knows? Maybe I'll try it later. We'll see how this game goes.
Okay, so our teams are getting into the game. And we're gonna see if we're gonna have any cheeky invades. So let's give it up for these two teams. They are pinging like crazy, and we might see an invade. We have the whole trio there, the Kassadin, the Na, and the Kazakhs, trying to invade the jungle of the Hecarim.
Although they spotted the ward, so there's
Yeah.
not too much you can really do. The enemy will see you. See Varus just throwing out a few arrows, not doing too much. The Lulu, I don't know what you can really do here. You don't have backup. Here comes Kate, just a bit of poke. And yeah, pretty standard. No invades, nothing special. Just the usual. Let's try catch somebody off guard, not notice too much.
So I'm very interested to see how the Na versus Jax matchup will go. The very weird thing is that THR has not made a single move into the jungle of Black Panther, so they don't have any intel where the Kazakhs is going to start and where he's going to go, even though they do. Black Panthers on their side do have a cheeky ward on Hecarim's blue buff, which they do know. That's why Hecarim is going to start on the other side, so they don't know when he's actually going to reach the blue buff, or even if he's gonna go there and maybe invade the Kazakhs, which I'm not sure you wanna do. But again, we said we don't know where Hecarim is standing right now, and we're gonna find out very, very soon.
Oh no,
Kazakhs is
definitely.
pinging his blue buff though right now, Hecarim's blue buff. So we'll see. He's gonna walk through a ward, so they are gonna spot that he's going there.
You see Alistair just headbutting a few people away in the bot lane. I see that with Kha'Zix in the early game, Hecarim, I'm pretty sure he can't do too much against the Kha'Zix, especially with the Kassadin, you know, being a bit of a early game bully against Azir. And top lane, we're seeing the usual, you know, Gnar poking everybody, but oh, there's a bit of a loss on
Hecarim
HP
is
in
gonna
the mid
find
side.
Kha'Zix.
But is he going to get the smartness? No, he's going to take the blue. There we go. So we got a double buff against, you know, just the Hecarim, who's going to be spinning, trying to get out of there. He should be able to
Oh,
get
he's doing
out
so
unless he's going
much
to challenge it.
damage.
Here comes the Jax, and here comes the Azir. Kha'Zix just flashes the right way though, but this should be him going down. And there goes first blood onto Jax, and with the Hecarim with the assist. And that's quite a nice start to, you know, counter the whole Kha'Zix early invades.
That was a
It's good to
very
invade.
wrong invade to start with. Your Kassadin is getting bullied in the mid lane by the Azir. So Azir has pushed his lane, Jax has pushed his lane, and they are free to roam wherever they want, whilst the respective top laner, which is the Gnar, and mid lane, which is the Kassadin, could not follow the jungle, unfortunately, because they had two huge waves pushed underneath their towers. Really bad timing right there for Lenaga to invade. He thought he took the blue buff and he was okay with it, but he just transferred red and blue buff onto the Jax, who is going to make Gnar's life quite difficult. Or even if he's not, and his life was difficult, it's going to make it much easier for him to get out of lane.
Well, I'm just having a look to see how things are going to go.
So we are seeing what we were expecting to see in the mid lane. I'm going to quickly fix right here, everyone, so you guys see them on their respective lanes. And we do see that the Azir is pushing the Kassadin in the mid lane, but the Kassadin is actually coming up ahead. The Alistar is going to actually... We're going to see the flash here, yeah, we do get the flash. And the turnaround.
There's not too much going on at the moment.
Wow.
Azir's kind of pushed under.
So the Lulu just completely... Wow, that turnaround was beautiful. We have everything burned for the side of Black Panthers except the heal on the Caitlyn, and we still have Flash and Ignite for the Alistar and the Varus respectively.
Well, you see the giant wave on the top lane is the Mega Gnar is just going to be a bit of a painful thing against a Jax.
Another chasing Varus in the bot lane. He's going to be able to flash that because he still kept his flash from the other fight they had. And here comes Hecarim again, but you can't really push that much when the wave is underneath Varus' tower and he really needs the farm so bad. We might have a dive in the top lane. Kha'Zix is moving that way.
Yeah, he's pinging and he's lining for it. But as you see in the bot lane now is Varus.
Caitlyn has no flash right here. And there's an Ignite. He's gonna pop the Ignite. Oh my god, the Lulu is doing so much damage.
You ever wanted to watch a battle between supports? Support versus support? Oh, there's a lot of damage in the top lane with Gnar, who's just going to be proccing his usual stuff. You know, the annoyance when a Gnar starts just auto-attacking you because he can, and then throws out his boomerang there. Once again, gets another hit, gets the stack. So it's a bit of a lane bully, and especially against Jax, who's just going to be waiting for, you know, him to become a turret hunting monster. You see in the bottom lane, it's just going to be the usual, the support versus support. And now the dive was set up, and Hecarim is around, and there comes the assist ping. So not sure if Kha'Zix is just going to jump out. And
they have spotted the Hecarim. They know he's there to back up his top laner, so they're not going to attempt too much because he could actually turn back a boomerang. And we're going to have our first TP top lane for the Jax. Fully bought everything, and he's backed into his lane. Right now, the Gnar has not bought anything, so if there is a time to gank this Gnar, it is now. But how do you gank him when everything is warded towards the top lane?
Right, the vision is a key in this game, especially now when you have such an aggressive, you know, composition. And Jax is just getting bullied by the Gnar, who just knocks him away with the stun. So not too much damage, gets out of the Mega Gnar form, walks away, and that's him done. So he's got his farm, he's going to go back, try get some items. A little bit of action in bot lane.
In the bot lane, we pretty much have 0 summoners right now. Whoever chooses to pay a visit right there, which could very well be any of the junglers, because we have no TPs up in the game other than the Gnar. He's gonna opt to walk. No, he's gonna TP in the top lane. And we see Kha'Zix in Hecarim's jungle over and over again, trying to find him, warding everywhere. They know where Hecarim is at any given point.
Well, they know his red buff's going to come up, so he's just going to ping a few assist pings to see if he's going to be taking it. So that's just him being the aggressive Kha'Zix that Kha'Zix is. And the question is, what will Hecarim do? He can't really 1v1 him at the moment, it seems. So they're
They're
just going to
probably
play
gonna
it
try
safe.
to go for bot lane.
They are trying, they're lining up something, so Alistair's trying to make a play, but gets slowed, and is slowly getting poked because Caitlyn in the range. Hecarim is there in the bush waiting. Here comes the play. Alistair lands a perfect knock-up, though. This is going to be Hecarim knocks him back, and that's going to be another kill onto Caitlyn. So Hecarim's actually, that was quite a well-played thing. You see his ultimates placed perfectly, Alistair getting the knock-up. That's everything going well for them right now.
That is very true. We did say at the start that THR are a very coherent team. They know how to stack up their damage and their CC and everything. They have played for a while together. And now we see how Kassadin starts being a pain in the butt for their Azir after 6.
And it's the standard, the lane phase at the moment. And Na is just continuously keeping his Jax under turret. So now it's just a waiting game to see which team's going to start making the plays towards the dragon. It is up, but you see in the mid lane how much damage the Kassadin just does straight into the Azir, who's now trying to return with the range. Kassadin's going to dive in, almost take him out, so Azir's going to be out of that fight just for a while, unless he's going to hang around. Meanwhile, Jax is getting completely bullied in the top lane. It seems like the bot lane is just waiting there, waits for him to face check the bush, not something you want to do. Out comes the Lulu ultimate. And, well, here's the return. Varus is taking his distance, but Alice is taking a brute force of the damage, and it is going to go down to Lulu in the end. So, it's a bit of a win in the lane right there.
They were not expecting that much damage to come out of the Caitlyn and that much survivability to come out of the Lulu, but you should be expecting that stuff. Here's the Hecarim in the middle as well. Beautiful rift walk by the Kassadin and Flash to get away from that gang. Lovely stuff we're seeing here.
Combination right there is there's so much movement on
here's gonna come the
Kassadin having to
ultimate.
burn a flash.
Nope, just simply flash
Nope.
and kill him. No ultimate, there was no mana, so why not just flash and take him out? 2 kills on that Caitlyn, who is going to be quite a lot more CS ahead. 10 CS now, and the tower is down at 9 minutes. You usually want the bot lane tower before 10 minutes when you have a Caitlyn down, and this is what they did. So, depending on guidelines, they are doing it right so far.
I know, it's a bit of a textbook thing. You see Hecarim in the mid lane doing just Hecarim
Was he
things.
shopping right there? I think the Kassadin thought he was shopping right there. He thought he was okay.
Just looking by everything, he didn't even check around, and Hecarim just came flying through there. And, well, that's not something you normally see, but Hecarim's going to take that. That's going to just keep him in the game. He's already 1 with 2 assists, and now you see Na starting to roam a bit more, spotting out a few wards. So not too much happening in the bot lane. The Drake is still up. I'm surprised they haven't pushed in it. Now you see the lane swaps coming up. Alistair and Varus in the top lane. Caitlyn, just not too much to do right now because they're waiting for Lulu to catch up, place a few wards, get back in, get into the groove of things at the top lane. But Kha'Zix is coming close to try and make a play. He is hiding just around. It seems like both these teams are using their junglers to the full potential. There comes the Varus ultimate out. Here comes Hecarim from the side, but here comes Kha'Zix in the return. It looks like Varus is actually going to go down in this instance, and Hecarim is now, just running around, running after him, and there goes Caitlyn as well, completely going down. Now Hecarim's going to try to get out of this. He shouldn't be able to. Here comes Kha'Zix with a double kill, taking it out. Alistair is forced to flash over the wall and gets away. So the trades are perfect for the team out there to get back in. And then Kassadin in the mid is not really going too well, but this Azir is punishing him. There comes, gets away, tries to get him, throws out the Rift Walk as this screen now freezes. So, yeah.
Don't worry,
but he is going to walk straight out of this.
Exactly, he's going to walk straight out of this. Now we have a little bit of action in the bot lane. Jax is going to pop the ultimate, and we're going to have our first 1v1, which is most likely going to go the Na way.
It's not the most exciting 1v1, as Na is just going to, auto-attack him to death, throw out the boomerang, and stop him. Jax, it wasn't the best trade to go 1v1, especially you've pushed this far up, you've got the objective in the bot lane already, so you could just, take a few hits in the face and run away, or try get out of there, especially with, Hecarim not being there in the perfect timing.
I wanted to say that since we have a pause right now, that it was really beautifully coordinated by both junglers to be there in the top lane fight against the 3v3, 3 against 3 that we saw. But we see the lack of damage that Hecarim has right now compared to the Kazakhs. The Varus flashed out and he was isolated, so the damage he took from Kazakhs was quite a bit more than Hecarim could put out onto that Varus ultimate on the champion that they stopped dead in the tracks. And as for the bot lane Jax play, I think that was a little bit of a mistake right there. You don't have a reason to push that far out your lane when your lane is pushing against you underneath your tower, and of course you don't have to take the 1v1 if you're not sure you're going to win it right now. We're back into the game though, so let's see how these teams are going to recover. Lenari is going to try to contest. He's not going to try to contest, he's going to try to fight 1v1 the Hecarim. He's going to take his golems. Actually, Hecarim smites one of them and he's going to kill him under his tower. So it wasn't just about the golems, it was about killing him.
That was just one of those awkward things.
And I had just another little welcoming warm freeze and just another one right about now. Lovely client things, you know, and we have the Kazakhs again in the top lane.
I got a whole client freeze out of this.
So we do have the headbutt, and in the bot lane, Azir is trying to gank Na again with the Jax. The Na is just pretty much gonna run away. He's gonna have his flash in a little bit, but he's not even gonna need it. He's all good. And they are diving the bot lane from THR. Lovely Varus ultimate to stop Kazakhs getting his tracks and not continue that chase. Although Black Panthers are going to be pretty happy taking the tower. That's what you want to do when you have a Caitlyn team. You just pretty much want to take towers until you reach the Nexus. And that's what Black Panthers have been doing on every single one of their games. They've been rotating their objectives so beautifully around the map. And now there is a Mountain Drake which is going to be contested in the game because it's really important for both teams. For now, we're gonna take down the Rift Herald, and Kazakhs is most likely gonna take it, and let's see where he's gonna opt to use that Rift Herald. Most likely it's going to be the mid lane because the tier 1 is still standing in the mid lane, and you want this down to break the map open. I'm really interested to see what will happen for that Mountain Drake, or if it's even gonna get contested. So far, the Kazakhs for Lelanaga has been proven to be a very worthy pick. On the other hand, though, it's a little bit questionable that they left the Na open still. I wasn't sure if THR was gonna leave the Na open after the performance that he had on the first game. Anyways, let's see what they can do now. Herald is still in the pocket of Lanaga, and let's see. He's going to use it right now, actually. He's going to pop it in the mid lane and push. Not sure that was the best use for it. Maybe it's just to distract the team of THR so they can very easily just grab the Mountain Drake, which is what they're opting to do right now. The Kassadin does have teleport if he needs to join the fight. So they're keeping busy THR in the mid lane while they're taking the dragon. Here comes Hecarim and Jax onto the Kazakhs. We're not sure that was a good idea for Lelanaga. Hecarim is going to smite away the Mountain Drake, and Kazakhs is dead to rights right there. That wasn't a very fast rotation.
With 20
for
seconds
Black
left
Panthers.
on his death timer.
Exactly. Very greedy rotation right there to just throw the Herald in the mid lane. Then
As we
strategically...
see another ball come out.
Exactly. Then strategically just use the Herald to take a tower. He didn't do a single bit of damage in the mid lane. He lost his life, and a very precious dragon for a Caitlyn team.
Oh no, definitely. You want to get as much objective pressure as you can, especially now you take down the jungler, then you can't really do too much. So going into this game right now with the pause, I just want to talk quickly about, this 3-0 Gnar. He's been so crucial to a lot of the fights we've been seeing, the split pushing that's going on, and I'm actually really happy to see how it's going to come into effect in the future team fights. Of course, we're only 14 minutes in, so what are your takes on this, 3-0 Gnar at the moment?
I am pretty sure that they should have either had a better reply for that, or they should have probably banned it, because so far, they're not 100% going to win the game. They are 4k ahead but they're not 100% going to win the game. You don't know until the Nexus falls, but he's giving a run for his money on the Jax right now, and that Cassidy is going to start split pushing, and Nazir does not have a TP, so who are you going to reply? You're going to reply the Nas split push. Right now we have Caitlyn got in the mid lane by the Varus, but Cassidy is gonna jump in. Let's see if they're covering the Caitlyn ulti, and they're just all gonna back off peacefully. I say peacefully, but the Alistar is gonna lose his life right here. That Na is so strong.
No, it's definitely a crucial pickup. He's just, chugging away. He doesn't even need to use too many abilities. Does, the auto attack and then procs is passive, and that's a lot of damage right there. As my game is frozen once again.
We see that. I wish we could see some jungle proximity here, because I'm pretty sure that Little Naga has spent more time in the enemy jungle than he spent in his own in all 3 games that we have seen him. 5k ahead right now. I'm sorry, 4k ahead right now for Black Panthers, 2 towers for 0 as well. And let's see how THR is going to reply, because this looks very grim for them. We have Mikhails on the Lulu and Stopwatch, if I'm right, on the Caitlyn, so it can mitigate a lot of that CC that THR has right now. The Jax, I'm sorry, has not been very effective so far, and that he's proven again and again that it's just a very good ban against Black Panthers, let's say. Or unless you have a very good answer. But so far you have 2 split pushes, so how do you stop them?
Well, right now the answer is you can't. You can't really stop them way too much, especially with, Hecarim's still doing his work, but whenever he tries to do something, Kassadin can, walk out of this. Gnar can, try jump away. You've also got Kha'Zix who can jump away. Lulu, the ultimates, Caitlyn's. I don't know what she's really doing too much in the mid lane. They're just trying to, siege each other, try get into this, try take another objective and get back into the game. Of course, the gold lead right now at 16 minutes in is still, sitting around 4k difference. It's not too hectic of a to really get back into this.
They
you just
really
gotta try
want
focus
this
on
Kassadin dead. They want the Varus ult to land, and they want to kill him into the Hecarim ulti. I'm not sure this is happening anytime soon. The Kassadin has been playing pretty careful so far, and right now they're leaving him 1v1 with the Varus.
That's not something you really want to do, but I suppose in the mid lane, it's just the usual, the Alistar is here, trying to defend this tower while you got Gnar split pushing in the bot lane. And this Jax can't really fight him. He's trying to do so. He outcomes there, and Gnar just hops away out of it and just keeps auto-attacking him. It just forces him back under turret. He could actually go for a kill here, but he's just going to leap away, and that's going to be his safe in the bot lane.
I don't think there's a chance for the Jax right now to go for a kill on the Gnar as it is. We have the flash and engage from the Alistar right now, and my client froze a little bit more again. We will have the flash from the Lulu and the Caitlyn.
You see Jax is now getting onto Gnar.
Beautiful flash from the Gnar right there. He's just 2v1ing the jungler and the top laner of THR. He's just messing with them. He's playing with them. And who's gonna stop this Kassadin split pushing with the Kha'Zix?
And then you see Varus is going to be caught out, and it just takes him out right there, chunked right away. And there's not much you can really do against those two. Kassadin, is going to rift walk all over the place. Kha'Zix can leap, so that's not something you want to get caught off guard, but somebody had to try and stop the split push. And now you see Hecarim's also there to clean up the farm. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. They allowing themselves to just keep pushing the top towers, and are they going to try go for the mid, it seems. And meanwhile, Gnar is just in the bot lane, is completely bullying Jax out of the lane. There's not much you can really do.
If
they want to try to take Gnar. Yeah,
nobody can contest this now. They put the Hecarim and the Jax onto the Gnar. Nothing happened. Now we see the 3v2, and the Caitlyn needs the 2 rights right there, and she's going to go down to the Hecarim. And the Lulu's just going to be able to get away.
Yeah, Lulu's going to walk away, and it's going to be the usual. That's a perfect exchange right there, yes. And now Azir's just, left up, put his minions up there to try and defend. And you can't really push too much in this mid lane, but once you go down, once you lose, your AD carry, that's when you go, okay, where else on the map can we start pushing? And you see, Varus is in the top lane. He has to try and, keep himself, keep that
Very,
lane
very
pushed out.
dangerous. Cassidy is
It's
coming.
yes, as you can see, he should be able to recall in time, so that should be him out of there while Cassidy just riff walks over there. Not going to
Oh,
make it, or is he? Nope, definitely not. So that's extremely risky. You should not be relying on a recall to, save yourself from dying to a rift walking Cassidy.
very beautiful engage there by the Azir. They knew that they had just banned the flashes of Caitlyn and Lulu, and it was beautifully played just to take them down. Now they're going to secure the Skull Crab into the river and most likely going to bait into a Baron. This team can kill Baron super fast, and the Hecarim is in the bot lane. If they spot the Hecarim in the bot lane, that could be a potential Baron.
Well, you see, Nas just throwing houses. I think he hasn't spotted Hecarim yet, but he spotted the Jax, and that's not a fight you want to really get into because you don't have too much vision control for as the Na. So they're just going to keep trying to push out this middle lane, try get them to force 4 players at least in the mid lane. But there we go. Caitlyn's going to be taking it with the traps all over the place. And that's just another objective for them. So the gold lead is starting to, band itself quite far away as Azir is now trying to defend the blue buff of his poor
And
jungler.
Jax has spent his teleport. Jax has spent his teleport. He cannot come if there is a Baron fight to commence, and he's already getting bullied enough by the Nara. I think we're going to have a dive here. The Nara is just going to know. He's just going to throw a house at him, a boulder, and he's going to move out. Hecarim is coming also.
It's a bit of a risky play because he doesn't have vision up there. Now here comes the Hecarim who couldn't knock him away. So they're doing a bit of damage. This is going to be a 2v2. Here comes the teleport in. Hecarim's going to ultimate, but there comes the Kate ultimate. And there goes the kill from Kassan. Well, meanwhile, Varus is getting completely destroyed by Kha'Zix over there. And there, Kassadin's going to take the tower. And now this is an awkward fight where, your support's now stuck facing 4-5 players right there, and he's just going to get chunked out. He's extremely tanky, but there goes another kill to Kassadin, and now they're should easily be able to get this tower. As you see, Kha'Zix jumps in, is taking a few tower hits, and there comes the double kill for the Kassadin.
This could also very well be the game. Let's see if they're going to opt to continue. No, they're just going to take the inhibitor, play it safe, get back, ward, take probably that dragon to get it over with, and just see if there's going to be like any more helpful dragons. They're not even going to opt to do that. They're probably most likely going to ward around Baron now that most of THR is dead, and they have the time to do that safely, and then probably prepare around that. That Varus walked into the wrong territory right there. If you can't see the Kha'Zix, be aware of the Kha'Zix. You know that the Kha'Zix is going to be somewhere around you. That's what the Kha'Zix wants to do. He wants to kill the Varus. He wants to kill the Azir. He wants to assassinate squishy targets that do a lot of damage.
Exactly, and now the whole problem comes in as there's not too much. They have got some vision on the map, now they do, but previously they didn't really, and they were going for these risky engages to try and, put out some damage, and while they were doing that, Varus got caught off guard, as we saw, and now once you lose that, then that whole fight was lost, and they should have backed away, but they continued to, try and get a return pick, and it just did not work in their favor, so that's going to be quite a substantial lead for them now going into this game. So as you see them just clearing vision, setting up, it seems like they're going to be playing around this Baron area. Kha'Zix running around, spots out one of the wards. They should get rid of that, and we could see a potential Baron bait, or we could actually see them just straight up take the Baron. There's quite a bit of damage right there. Meanwhile, Na is still in the bot lane doing his usual
They do see
thing.
Varus in the bot lane, and they do know that Jax doesn't have teleport still, so that's 2 members of DHR that can't get into the Baron fight if one is about to commence, which is not. But saying that, right now, Black Panther's at 9k ahead. We have another engage from the Hecarim that's going to miss.
At that point,
that's a very big ultimate.
You just want to fall away after that. You burn your ultimate, they get away, and then you just want to get away from this. So now you can see them coming. There comes Azir.
Nara's pressuring Nexus towers.
It seems like they're not really even recalling. They're just going there. They're going to leave Jax to try and 1v1 Na, who hasn't been able to do it. Hecarim coming right there. Yeah, there's the perfect core. There comes the Baron core, and you see Mega Na now a 2v1, and they can't really take him because it's Mega Na, and he's doing a lot of damage. He's ahead, stuns the Jax, but here comes Zia trying to do something. Not really able. Gets shut down. Lu is going to take the Baron though, so there's Alistair. They're going to fall.
Oh my god.
This is one messy
Somebody
fight.
ban this Na against this guy, or give him a good reply to that pick, because this right now is an ace for Black Panthers and the game. The first
Yeah.
Nexus Tower has gone down. The second Nexus Tower is going down right now. And Team Black Panthers are onto the Nexus. This is going to be the first win in that best of three. GG well played for Black Panthers. Let's see. We're going to go into our next game very shortly and see if THR can balance the game and make it 1-1, or if Black Panthers are just very simply going to make it a 2-0 clean sweep. No mistakes done this game. No weird Veigar picks that, sometimes they don't go as planned. So, very great game. By the book again for Black Panthers. We keep on seeing them play so well by the book. Very correct plays around the map, very objective focused. They did have that 1-3-1 set up and it didn't even fail at any point, and THR, they didn't have any reply to that. So final thoughts?
Final thoughts is, yeah, you might want to ban the Gnar, especially when you can 1v2 somebody in the bot lane. That was the whole problem right there that ended the game quite soon. Was Gnar was able to 1v1 not only Jax, but then managed to 1v2 Hecarim as well. So that
Exactly.
is a scary thing to go, and that should be a respect ban for the next game. That's all I have to say about that one.
Exactly. Okay, so we're gonna go into a very short break and we're gonna be back with the second game of our best of three, the last best of three for today, which is going to give one team the ticket to go face the four invited teams for a spot for the LAN finals. So just stay tuned here and we will be back very, very shortly.